Hey, what is going on, guys? JP Game here, and welcome to Titanic Honor and Glory. This is Demo 3, which features Titanic in Belfast. This was made in 2017. You can still download this demo on their website, and it's free. There's also a VR version for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the demo, and this is just gonna be kind of a walkthrough. April 1st, 1912, Belfast, Ireland.
First the train from London to Liverpool, then a short trip to the docks where I boarded the ferry to Dublin, then the long train ride through Ireland to Belfast. Not a bad ride, but excruciatingly long. Check in at the guest house in the town proper, quick supper, quick sleep, quick breakfast, and a hop on the local train here to the Holland and Wolff shipyard. Fortunately, it was punctual. I was worried about being tardy for being 3 hours early. My darling Claire always said to me, "Robin, you better get out of the house right now and go be useful for someone." She always did lovingly encourage me to show up for work early and give my best effort. Titanic is likely no different from the Olympic. They're structurally identical. The Olympic underwent these trials months ago, so this should be a simple repeat. I board, observe her during the sea trials, vote aye or nay on her certification, and then I ride her back to Southampton. Come on, Robin, you can't mess this one up, as Claire always told me.
Okay, so that is Robin. He's the person we're playing as. So this is the Belfast dock where Titanic would be fitted out before heading to Southampton to be departed and boarded. Here's a train. I don't believe there would actually be train tracks that would come out here.
The weather broke, and now I've been given the opportunity to board the Titanic in advance of the trials. This gives me a bit of time to really admire the beauty of the ship before I have to scrutinize every last aspect of her functionality.
There she is, guys. Now let me make sure the everything's all maxed out. Yep, alright. So we can walk over here and go see the dry dock, which currently is not dry. It is filled with water. So, I mean, there are a few famous photos of Titanic in the dry dock here. I'll put some on screen about now. Yeah, this would usually be empty, and they would build Titanic, and here, yeah, there's the German crane. I believe it's supposed to be on the other side, but for some purposes, I'm not exactly sure what, but they put it on this side. There's a little Easter egg right here. Now this demo is littered with Easter eggs. So, if you are here with the express permission of Harland and Wolff or the officers of Titanic Honor and Glory, all environments are still under construction and will be improved for the final project. Neither Harland and Wolff nor the officers of Titanic and Glory are responsible for any injury to non-employees resulting from falling debris, flying rivets, and misuse of tool on these premises. Beware of trains. So I believe we have to go through this little opening in the fence here to actually
I
reach.
had better find my way aboard. But I suppose there isn't reason for too much haste. No one else has even arrived yet, it seems. Plenty of time to explore, if I desire.
Reach Titanic. There's a little outhouse right there.
I'm quite surprised by the amount of confidence the industry is placing into this ship. She's not even certified yet, and her first ticketed voyage is just a week from now. No room for failure on these trials, I suppose. It's like getting dressed up for a date when you haven't even begun your courtship yet. How do you know if you'll be rejected or not? I learned that one the hard way.
Oh, we almost ran into the shed. Man, I just love looking at Titanic. She's just such a beautiful ship. Like, every angle is magnificent. We can take a look in this shed. There's some whiskey. The letters MP. It's pulling fun at the switch theory with the Titanic and Olympic.
Belfast Lock is beautiful, with the hills around it and the morning fog. It reminds me of what I always imagined Puget Sound would be like. A man sure can make a living out in Seattle, if he can hold off the plague.
So this guy Robin, he'll keep making comments about Seattle. I guess it holds a special place in his heart. Now, this was all done in 2017, and all this isn't even like the final product. They've updated like the hull and basically everything. You know, there's still a lot that needs to be done, but they've come very far.
I see they're doing all they can to extend my travel time. How do I find my way through this mess?
And I think it's cool how you can see every individual rivet on the side of the ship. Gosh, it's just amazing. Like the way the sun reflects off the funnels. Gosh. It's such a shame.
So close to the aft gangway.
Guess we can get a closer look here. The actual hull. So yeah, all this is still being worked on. I mean, it's a shame that the ship went down, but then again, if it didn't, then we probably would never even hear the name Titanic. So we can take a step on the aft well deck, or the third class spaces. If we go in the aft gangway here. So here's the stern docking bridge.
They couldn't simply move these signs out of the way. This vessel has triple screws. Yes, I feel the same way right now too, thank you.
So the developers are kind of teasing us here. Like, we're so close to being able to step on the stern, but we can't. At least we can still peek through. We got the cargo cranes here. You can see the funnels. It's always amazing, like, standing on the gangway and then looking down this side. Just seeing the mass of the ship. Alright, let's go back down. Now, I have also played this demo in VR mode, and it is a very awesome experience. If you do have access to a VR headset, I highly recommend trying this out, because it's just amazing, you know, seeing the size of this thing. Oh, this is invisible wall. I can't remember exactly where we are supposed to go. I think we can go this way. And seeing it from down on the dock just makes it even more impressive. So there's the D-deck entrance right there. We'll go in there in a little bit, but for now I want to try out a little secret. It's just over here, I believe. Gosh, now you may come here and think that this is as far up as you can go, but there's actually a little secret around here. If I can find it. Here it is. Yep, you can sneak through and escape the confines of the dock and get a better view of Titanic. It's so amazing, like seeing the bow and the bridge and all the funnels. It's just awesome. Now there's a few photos of Titanic with this lighthouse in the picture. I'll try and find those and put it on the screen. But yeah, this is just, gosh, it's so beautiful that I just have no words. Oh, there's an invisible wall here. Yep, so that's about Titanic. Now, all of you are probably eager to head inside, so we're gonna go ahead and do that now.
You just can't beat that train carriage arrangement. It really stretched my cognitive abilities. People simply aren't stimulated enough these days. Claire tells me that every night.
Alright, so we have found our way
Since
to...
the aft gangway is blocked, I'll board here through the first class.
So we found our way to the D-deck gangway, so we can... And here's this shot that I always like to look at. Just looking down the side of the ship. Alright, let's head in. Alright, welcome aboard Titanic. So we don't have to have the info boxes up, since I already know a lot.
Most first-class spaces should be accessible at the moment, but I may be able to venture down to third class for a spell through Scotland Road on E-deck. I believe I'm boarding before anyone else. Robin, right now you're the most handsome man on the Titanic.
So here's the electrical board. Oh, it's a little Easter egg there. It's supposed to be like a jump scare. So welcome to D-deck. This is the main reception room. Here you have your first class elevators, which went from A-deck down to E-deck. So yeah, this is the reception room. Here's the, is it Steinway piano? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, this room is very nice. I like the stained glass windows. You would usually come down here to like have a little chat, maybe have a smoke, maybe a cup of tea, or just like wait here before dinner starts. You know, just kind of relax. There's the cufflink from Titanic Adventure at a Time. Now there are a few references to Titanic Adventure at a Time, so we can enter the first class dining
I
saloon.
especially commend them for modifying the bulkhead. I never cared much for what was on the Olympic.
So yeah, he's talking about the windows here. So on Olympic, I believe there were like 4 or 5 windows. I'm not entirely sure, but the team that worked on this, they found out that Titanic actually had these 3 large ones like this. I believe they found it from a photo done by Father Brown.
I see many of the tables are already set. There will be a fine banquet here for company and partner representatives, myself included, along with the one and only paying passenger joining us on our way to Southampton this evening.
So yeah, Barber Brown had took a picture about from here. It looks something like this. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, this is the first class dining saloon. We can't go through the entire thing, but there's a big table that I believe, I don't know, that's where usually the dinner parties would sit. So yeah, that's the dining saloon. Now I think I'm gonna head up first. So this is C deck. On C deck, you would have the inquiry office or purser's office, whatever you want to call it. Also have the elevators here.
The lifts are out of order. That's fine. Real men don't take lifts. Lifts are for women, Claire says. Robin, take the long way up.
Okay, so this clock will be set backwards at midnight. That is because while they were traveling across the Atlantic, you would have to set the clocks back 1 hour, I believe, to make sure that all the time was accurate. So yep, here's the inquiry
Soon
office.
This area will be bustling with passengers anxiously sending telegrams and complaining about the most trivial of matters. I consider it a blessing that I will not be around to witness that.
Okay, we can also look in the crew only. Oh, so yeah, that's the purser from Titanic Adventure at a Time. Okay, so forward we have more accommodations, more cabins. We can head aft. Let's head up first. See if there's more cabins. I'll go down there soon. You can also see the lifts here. Is the they have little benches inside of them. There's more accommodations. Here is also another entrance that you could board in. I can't remember if you could see a glimpse of the stateroom or not. Yeah, there you go. There's the private promenade deck, which you see in James Cameron's Titanic. Yep. I believe we can go up. We can go up just here.
I shouldn't venture too far on deck. The Board of Trade members may board soon, and I'm expected to meet them.
So yeah, there's a little teaser here. You know, we can't go up all the way up to A deck or to see the Grand Staircase Dome. But yeah, that's all you have here. Just a little teaser. But yeah, it looks very nice with the lighting and everything. So now we can head aft.
Cabins upon cabins upon cabins upon cabins upon cabins upon cabins.
So there's Robin commenting about all the cabins. So we can go in here. Here's the aft grand staircase. This is a little reception area, just like the one on D deck, just with different furniture. It's a bit smaller also.
Love the wood detailing here. It's absolutely perplexing. Now that's a craft I can really respect. Lovely wood. I've always been fond of wood. When younger, I used to cut wood for the poor folks 2 streets over. My neighbors started calling me Robin Wood. They always laughed, but I don't know why. I wore that title proudly.
So the main difference with the aft staircase and the forward is that there's no honor and glory carving in the clock. So here we can go up to A deck. Here's a little teaser of the first class smoking room.
Winding of the gentlemanly sort after a long day at sea. If only it were open now, and there were men in there to socialize with. Perhaps then I'd make some friends.
Now we can go into a few cabins. A37. Now this is supposed to be a little Easter egg to Father or Francis Brown, because he was responsible for taking most of the pictures on board, but he did leave in Queenstown, I believe. He was offered a full voyage, and he asked, like, I think it was his father or someone. He asked him if he could stay for the full voyage, but he said no. But because of that, Father Brown survived, and we have a lot of photos of Titanic. So if we head directly over to the port side,
I see Tommy Andrews is already on board. Why does this surprise me? His drawings are scattered about like toys in a nursery. Well, I shouldn't intrude here any longer.
so this is Thomas Andrews' cabins, hence the all the blueprints and stuff. Yeah, pretty cool. I know in the movie they portray him in like a very large cabin, but yeah, this would be his cabin on A deck. I actually kind of prefer these cabins. I think they're pretty nice since you have like a window, a nice window here, and you're right on the staircase here. So if you head this way, these doors are locked, but you would enter the...
I suppose this won't be open anytime soon. A shame. I would enjoy nothing more than a cup of tea and to sit with a book in the lounge and, well, lounge.
Yeah, this would lead to the lounge. You could, just what he said. You could sit down, have a cup of tea, maybe read a book, talk with friends. Just relax. Here you can see the deck chairs on the promenade are all set up. And this is the expansion joint. Yeah, those were used for the stability of the ship, to make sure it's not too rigid. I'm not an expert on this though, but yeah. So we can go into the Cafe Parisian. Here you have some plates. This is a very nice room. I would.
It really does remind you of Paris, though excepting the smell of overflowing sewage. Wonderful memories are coming back to me of that city.
I would definitely like to, sit here, looking out to the sea and just relaxing. Yeah, this is a very nice room. So if we head over here, we have the Alicata restaurant. You have the menu here. English breakfast, American breakfast. Mostly the same, except for the meats. So, yeah, that's for April 12th. So this restaurant is not a part of White Star Line. It is completely separate. You have to pay extra to eat at this restaurant.
This room would have its tables already set. Mr. Gotti hasn't even boarded yet. Oh well, top marks for presentation.
So yeah, this was kind of an extra VIP restaurant, if you would like to call it that. So yeah, it's not a part of White Star Line. It's a separate company. Now, sad thing is that I'm not sure if all the waiters and servers in this restaurant made it out. Yeah, very beautiful room, especially with all the gold and woodwork. So that's that. We can head down to C deck. Here we have our barber shop.
I wonder if the barber will be on board for the run to Southampton. Lord knows I should fancy a shave after my journey here. Speaking of barbers, I'm quite glad old Harry is there to look after Claire while I'm away. They always were fond of each other, and when my son was born, Harry was particularly fond of him, never missing a birthday. See, this is the kind of friend a man really needs. His presence seems to even alleviate her hysteria condition.
Yep, so that's the on Olympic. This would be all decorated with streamers and souvenirs. Well, an interesting thing is one of the survivors on the lifeboats. He said that he saw this barber pole or whatever you could call it. He saw this floating in the water after this ship went down, which kind of gives more evidence to that the ship split around here. Since if the ship went down intact, then it would be impossible for this to get to the surface. Okay, I believe there's an open cabin that we can explore. Yep. So this would be your standard first class cabin. Now, a lot of people think, when they think of first class, they think that the cabin would be like grand and huge, but no, this would be your standard cabin. Not very large. Yeah, single bed here. And you have your wash basin here, and your nightstand, and your cupboard, and then your heater. Yep, that was pretty much it for your cabins. Now, I believe all that's left here is E-deck and the boiler rooms. Now, nice thing is you can come up here and look all the way up. It's a very nice view. Yeah. there's not much back here, just more elevators. Let's head down here first. You can go into the Turkish Baths. There's a little sign telling which time you can go.
A nice Arabian motif with cooling colors as passengers relax after their time in the baths. What a poor state these workers left it in.
Yep, that's that.
Who on earth is that lucky dog testing out the electric bath? And I believe I see a sliver of the plunge bath as well.
So there's the electric bath. It looks like a coffin. Back then they thought it was like a miracle thing. Yep, and there's the plunge bath. Because the whole thing, you would go into like a steaming room. And then, yeah, it's the entire process. You would like go into a steaming room and then like a cooling room, and then you take a plunge in the swimming pool. And yeah. Now there's a difference between a plunge bath and a swimming pool, because a swimming pool is, designed for swimming, but a plunge bath is just for jumping in, like jumping directly in and then getting out. It's not meant for staying in there for long. So you can go up on E-Deck, or Scotland Road. This is Scotland Road. It's a crew passage for stewards and other crew members.
This is glorious. You can near well see half the length of the ship in this corridor.
And also third class would use it, since the third class dining saloon is right here. So you can go down. So yeah, it's very basic. And not a lot
A
of
stark contrast from the first class accommodations, I should say, but still a major improvement from the other liners I've inspected. In all honesty, I envy these people in the lower class. The world is open to them. They move to America and build their future how they choose. They could be loggers, for example. But father wanted me to be a surveyor like he and his father. No logging for you, Robin. Now wash your ears.
So there's Robin telling about his past. But yeah, but that's the thing, you may think that this is like this is like not great, but compared to other liners, this is like very nice third class spaces. Some of the passengers said that like the third class was like second class on some other liners. So we can come back up. There's not much down there. You can go forward. We'll poke our head in there a little later. But here we have a third class public space.
Space looks like a fine spot for gathering and mingling between all parts of Europe as they make their journey across the pond to the New World. Perhaps a place on the west coast, like Seattle.
There's some going on about Seattle, but yeah, this would be third class pub open space. A lot similar to what you saw in the Titanic, James Cameron's Titanic movie. We're all dancing down here. Oops. So yeah, we can head into the Boiler Room 6.
Oh dear, the door is open. Perhaps I'm not supposed to look in here, but I can't pass up this opportunity for a little adventure. Oh, if Claire were here now to see me being so daring.
Okay, so yeah, let's head up first. There's Spammels. He's a big Titanic YouTuber.
How by Edward did I get myself here? Climbing too high, I think. No, Robin, it's not your time to get your angel wings just yet. No, not just yet.
So yep, there's a little teaser of the funnel. So this whole thing is the uptake casing where the boilers, or the boilers would uptake all of the smoke into the funnel. And there's another little Easter egg, a little man in there. So we can head back down.
It's quite hot here. Where are the workers, though? Well, I suppose they're likely firing up the other boiler rooms.
So that's a little Easter egg right there. There's a package from Titanic Adventure at a time. Package is for Vlad. But here's the boilers. We can go down all the way. It looks like the boilers are already lit here. There's a little...
These machines are massive. 29 on board, propelling the ship through the water like an untamed beast. I anxiously await their performance during the sea trial shortly. Finally free and not held back from anything. No Mr. Tundry in sight. Just freedom.
So yeah, you have your watertight door there. Here's the coal chute, or the coal bunker door. There's another Easter egg, the Rubaiyat. That's also from Titanic Adventure at a Time. Yep, very hot. You can see the steam pressure. The boilers, yep. Stick your head in. Yeah. Very hot. Well, guys, that's gonna be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm just gonna show kind of some pictures. Yep. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.